Let me adjust this a little bit. There we go. Turn the volume down on this. And let me get the laptop going. And then we'll be all set. So I can see who comes on the channel. This is the first one. Or no, this is the second video. This will be the second one because I did one during the week. There you go. I think we're all set now. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And we'll be rocking and rolling. Seems like I gotta take it out a little bit. Let's go like that. Adjust the camera a little bit. I think that's a good setting. I think that's good. I want to do this just a little bit. There you go. There you go. There you go. Let's move Marky. Right there. All right. 9:30. Let's see how long I go. We're gonna do a little. I'm gonna do some airbrush and some paintbrush. Airbrush and paintbrush work. I need to get my bottles, or I should say my cups. I'm starting to. I have it all blocked in with the airbrush and that, and I did some of the black highlights, so the eyes are practically set. I'm gonna have to do the nose, and then I want to darken up as I go around the feature in a way. So we'll be working on all that, everything. The nose, you can tell how it is there. I want to go ahead and I'm going to have to go up and darken up in there. So we'll be doing that with the paintbrush in a way. I want to get the facial feature and then do the dots going across. And then we'll just play it by ear as I go along. All right, let's grab the airbrush. And today we're going to be using um, the CR Plus from H&S. Uh, the I've been liking this gun. It's been doing good. So,
2 logs left, and I'm putting a ridge pole in, and I am done with logs. Yeah. Oh, he's gone. Whoa. What in the world?
I need my reducer.
What's up, Larry?
Yeah.
Big thank you once again. Peeled that whole thing for me, helped me, putting it up. So that's awesome. Can't believe it. Gable ends are done, and the ridge pole is up. So all the big pieces are done.
Now we'll just add some drops of this. Yeah, this is the Evolution CR Plus. See how this shoots. If you have a chance to buy a good gun, this gun is good, really good. Between this gun and Timothy John Luke's gun, I don't know if he's still making them or not. They're really good guns. Timothy John Luke, I like his the Patriot 105 with the big cup. Let's put these back. That's wicked white illustration. All right, now I got the gun all set up. Good morning, Bobby. What's happening, man? There we go. And now this is my first lion painting that I've ever done. Told you guys I was gonna I want to do some animal paintings. Ah, good, Bobby. Yeah, hopefully I'm back on schedule now for a little bit. Um, Bobby, this gun here, the Evolution, the CR Plus, really good gun. It helps you out on the finer details. I mean, this gun, I've been loving it. I have no complaints from this gun. I did have an air leak when the nozzle right up by the nose and that, but I had some beeswax, so I put a little bit of beeswax on there. Now I don't have a problem. I haven't had a problem since I did that. So, and it shoots really good, fine, really good. I love how it's shooting the paint out. Instead of buying one of the real expensive one, H&S, the Evolution CR Plus is really, really good. Really good. I think it's a really good gun. I mean, Tim's was a good is a good gun too, but this is really good. I like how it could do the really fine detail, get you used to the trigger and that. You can't even hear the air coming out. How I have it set up with the valve down here, like just the air. You can't even. It's a lot of air coming out, but you can't really. You can adjust it really low. If you're mixing your paint up good, it's a great gun.
All right, here we go. Last big step. Gonna get these nails up. Best I can on a Friday afternoon. Um, get the rig cap on, and then just not worry about these things for a couple days. Got a winter storm warning next week, so I just want to get this done. And I'm taking a few days off. So, all right, thanks for watching.
And you could do. I think it's a 2.5 needle on it, and they give you the other needle. It's bigger.
Probably approaching 10 to 12 inches fresh snow, and it says it's going to snow all day. So, just going to go up to the cabin, get my earmuffs, and I'm going to clear the driveway. It's going to be a too clear day, I have a feeling. Yeah, there's some wood here, and I'm at my fire pit, so I think I might start a fire. 112 pitch is 50 something. It's a lot of snow for us. It's like 22. Okay, so let's start here as I was saying. Right at the 4.5 limit. I'm gonna whip that sucker some tape. Yep, just got it done. The one log rail, and then we're going to do wire on the bottom. This morning I put a couple lights in. Yeah, it makes that not. So I was thinking my door design, and I believe I've come upon it. Alrighty. Good.
Now you hear it because I'm on the edge. You hear the air going.
she's burning nice and hot now. What are you doing? Smells mostly gone, and here's the state of the cabin. We have about, I don't know, quite a peels everywhere, but I better get to it. Last little spot on the interior of the cabin. Victor, football playing around.
Brian, good morning.
One day I'm gonna
How
have
you doing, Brian?
a day in today. Might be a fun though, either, doesn't it? What's the white blanket right here? And I just have to put it back. Need a break anyway. Alright, there we go, got it in place.
From the barber? Yeah, that's one thing I need to do is get a haircut.
I know, hey, not soft, that would have been better, but any day we're taking a hike. Well, I'm taking a hike.
Brian, I was just telling Bobby how this Evolution CR Plus is a good gun for the money.
A little longer, but that one, we might bring it down because it's really close.
I like how it shoots really, really good. It shoots fine. Tim's airbrush is really good, but this one takes the cake. You can't even, I mean, I got the air down and it's still shooting really good. I don't know what I got it set at, but it's shooting really good.
There we go. Perfect. Wow. Oh, that looks like
It doesn't blast it all out of there. You can,
bigger than a sled there.
You can take your time with putting your color on there. Doesn't blast it out all at once. You can see how your color's going on there. I can't remember. It wasn't that much. I didn't think. I thought it was about the same range as like how Tim's airbrush.
I'm trying to get
I think it's like in the same range of that.
shape it like that. Go.
It's from the H&S collection.
I think it turned out great. The cable rail started on the steps, and those angles were difficult. Took me quite a long time to do it. But I think I've got it down now. Fires there. Well, let me tighten it before you take any pictures, huh? It looks shabby.
Hotter than Steenbeck. Dread FX he likes using. He uses the other one. And then Steve has the other one too. Steve Leahy. But this one seems to be doing really good. I have to do some white over that. That's all right. I want this brown to be in there. See, I'm trying to follow what I see there. Oh, I got the on this stencil. I used the heck out of this one. This is that big shield, the freehand one, and it's just a little thing, but I used the heck out of this. This is perfect size for when you're doing your portraits and that. That's a good stencil. I think I seen Scott advertise it because it comes in three different sizes. This is a perfect size because it comes with a giant one too. I have that one right there. It's got this one too. This one's a big monster. So it's like the set of three different sizes. This is the big one. I should hang that one up over here. That's, but they're really good. They're never know.
Most people would have emptied it before, but just got everything done and actually
All right.
a day early. So
I like that. Now, what I do is I got that in there. So now I come back. I just do my glove. Come back with the eraser and just do a little bit of erasing. That's how I get my lines.
December 1st, 2022, I see this picture a little over 5 months later.
Do a little bit of the erasing with the lines and that. You could do a little bit with the lines, and you could do a little bit with this tool too. It's a scratch tool, and just go lightly over it. And it gives you some of the lines. Just let the tool do the work. And it puts the hair in there. Yeah, it wasn't nowhere near the 500 mark, that's for sure. It was under. It was under three. I think it was under 200. If I want to say.
Well, I never thought I'd build a cabin, nor did I think I'd create a whole video series of that cabin build. But here we are, video 182. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you everybody for watching. A special thanks to those that lent a hand. JP, Nate, my dad, Larry, on multiple occasions. My mom and Jesse for the support, and most importantly, my kids and wife. Thank you all. So we'll see you on the next project. And thanks so much. When I was 17 years old, I saw The Alone in the Wilderness and decided I too wanted to move to Alaska and try to build a cabin. The only problem was that I was no Dick Percy. I was just a kid living in the suburbs with absolutely no building experience. But I didn't let that hold me down. I moved to Alaska, and 10 years later, I had my land and I had fumbled through my first cabin. But now it's time to build a new cabin. And this video is dedicated to all the dreamers out there who want to do the same thing. I hope this video inspires you. But enough talk. Let's build a cabin. This will be a small cabin, a 10 by 12 with a 4-foot porch. And will serve as a bunkhouse when visitors come out to stay, and a nice place to record music too. For the newcomers,
Only way to
I want you
get
know that all the music
really
videos
fine
are
lines.
written by me and Forrest Wilson, the guy who's helping me out.
It's just a matter of practice, practice, practice. Them guys dating
right now.
just buy some of the really expensive guns to do their fine lines.
No need to drill into the ground.
And you just gotta
And the
get
adjustment
at
points
it.
on the top of the pier blocks make it easy to level things out after you've got the foundation in.
Plus using tools like this too. But this is what got them by. I think this is what got a lot of guys by at the beginning, was using a tool like this for. And then they got their technique down. I mean, because it just doesn't happen overnight when you do them fine lines.
The beams are 4 by 8 by 16 and pressure treated, leaving about a 5-foot span between pier blocks. The way the camera is set up here sure makes this beam look unlevel, but I always trust my level rather than my eye.
That's it. Keep on painting. Your trigger will get better. You'll get used to doing it. But that's the whole key of it all, is just
Next up is the floor joist. For this I use 2 by 6 and again pressure treated. Technically you don't need pressure treated lumber for floor joists, but
get you.
with all the extra moisture coming up off the ground, this would be well worth the investment.
I'll be back. I think my medicine's starting to kick in.
Got the zoom. I'm sure some of you will notice that the edge of the walls actually overhang the end of the beams. This is called cantilever, and a little bit of cantilever is allowed as long as it doesn't exceed the width of the joist that you have spanning it. This is a 5.5 inch joist, so I have 5.5 inches of overhang on the beams. Lots of people have pretty strong opinions about insulating your floor, and I decided that I'd go with closed foam board. I did for two reasons: rodents and moisture. Over time, the moisture that comes up off the ground will start to ruin your fiberglass, and then squirrels and other little critters will get in there and rip the fiberglass out and make a nest out of it. I suppose there's ways to keep that from happening, but for me it's just easier to use styrofoam and call it a day.
All right. Sorry about that. Alright, see what I messed up. I'm busy. 0.02 is incredible
After
brush.
the installation was in,
And
put a
it's
layer of
the
reflective
$90.
bubble wrap over the top of everything.
It's,
This can help keep thermal bridging down, which is the cold air moving through the studs and into your floor. It also helps have an air barrier and just a little bit more insulation.
I did have the master. I think it was master airbrush. I had the 271. That one was a good one. I like that one for the price too. Hey Dan, what's up Dan? Happy to see you.
In 2 days' time, the foundation and the subfloor was complete. Now it's time to move on to the walls.
Try to follow the. They say you shouldn't concentrate on the hair, but the hair does make the painting. What you should, like they say, is your color. You just want to see the color. But now I'm getting close to near the end. I need to follow the hair in a way. Now's the point where I need to follow the hair, I should say. And when I stand back and look at this painting, what I got so far, they look good.
My cabin is completely off-grid, which to me means that you live off of any sort of utilities grid, including electricity. So I run my cabin with a small 2,000-watt generator. That generator then runs into an EcoFlow power station that stores the energy, and then I can use it without having to run the generator. but I always make
Brian, I do that all the time.
before I start framing. That
I,
to make my
right now I painted this
a
one.
lot of materials are nice to just
This
buy
painting
and not
here
about it.
was a messed up one, and so I just went ahead and
Because they're so much cheaper than
erased the whole thing. Let me show you. I have one here. This is one I did back in 22. You can see I dated and everything. I'm just gonna paint over it. I'm gonna go ahead and use the Autobond sealer over the whole thing. I ain't gonna do nothing with it. I'll just get rid of it. But I used the other side. I did too. Back at the same year, I did this. So I'm gonna paint over it, and I'll use the Autobond sealer. So now I got extra paper. These were good at the beginning. I don't care with them. So I'll just take them and do that. It's like I did with this painting now. I'm just doing this painting over it. That way it's cheaper on the budget. Save that paper for later. I'm gonna get this up here a little darker.
People always ask me if I use plans or some kind of blueprint to build the cabin, and the answer is no. I just kind of think about exactly what I want it to look like, and then went and learned all the basics of framing. Spent a lot of time with a calculator and a pencil trying to figure out exactly how to put this thing together.
Dan working at home? Or are you on the road?
Look at this. I've been pretty fortunate to have a couple of friends come and help me out for a lot of these steps, but the sheathing is one that you really need an extra set of hands to help you hold the plywood up while you tack it in. Could you do it by yourself? Well, sure you could, but it definitely helps to have an extra set of hands.
Cool. By the time you relax. Alright, let's get the paintbrush out. I'm gonna do the around the nose with the paintbrush. Do that in the mouth a little bit. Then I'm gonna go ahead and put the dots in. I gotta move that back, so we're gonna do the black. I'll do the black to get that going too. But like I say, if I let's move the camera. Let me move the camera. I ain't gonna move the camera. I'm gonna just adjust far away. Let's see if I can do it that way. There. I don't know how far away I can take it. I guess that's as far as I can take it. Just see how it's coming along.
The other thing about it is that it really firms up the walls and starts to give a nice rigidity to the whole structure.
But like I said, if you look at the nose and the eye and that, you see how I got the eye. But far away, it's looking really good. Once I put the clear on there, then it'll pop a lot more. So that's the way I'm liking it. I'm liking how it's turning out. Now let's zoom back in. I'm using the phone, and I could
Have vaulted
squeeze it in and out.
inside much bigger, and it just feels cabin-esque. In order to do that, you have to use a ridge beam. If you don't have something structural for the roof
I
rafters
think
to
that's
hang
what
off
you
of,
meant.
it's
I
going to
can't
cause the
read
walls
too
to fall out
well.
over time, especially when there's a heavy snow load on the top. This beam is a 4x10 at 16-foot length. I spent a lot of time worrying about how I was going to get it up there, especially doing most of this by myself. But lucky for me, the guys happened to be here the day that it needed to be done.
And all the colors that I'm using on this paint is all illustration and
This is my first time actually
Wicked.
framing on a roof.
That's all I'm
Normally in
using
cabins,
on
I just
this.
bought trusses and put them on
Uh,
site. So this
the
was definitely a big
surface that
challenge
I'm
for me.
spraying
I did a ton
on,
of research and
I
talked to a lot of different
used the
people about what they do it. But the more people I talked to, the more I realized that there was just 100 different ways to get this done. I ended up
I
actually
used
calculating it all out, how high my
let
roof
me
beam
get
was,
that.
how far the span was to the walls, and what angle I was going to be cutting it at. After a lot of consideration, I decided that I'd go with a 512 roof pitch. It's not so steep that you can't walk around on the side road, but it is steep enough to shed snow, especially with
I
a
used
snow.
the Autobahn sealer on this paper and that, but I used
Up
this.
here we get a lot of snow.
The
So far this year
yeah,
we've had 10 feet across
it's
the cabin. So I'm glad that I
really
used
nice
something
stuff.
lightweight
It's
for the roof raft.
20 sheets
I
to a
also have enough
package. It's
space for
9 by
insulation.
12, 270 grams. So it's really good. I really like it. I got a couple books of it, but for me, it works really good when I lightly scuff it with the 1500 um, sandpaper, and here's that. My sandpaper I get from 3M, and I lightly scuff it with that because I take. Let's see if I got a piece. It doesn't matter. All right. Yeah, because it comes in the box like that. I take the old Scotch Brite pad I have and just put it on there and lightly sand it. And then I spray the Autobahn sealer on there, and then I go to town. I do sand the Autobahn sealer down a little bit, and then go ahead and do my paint work. And that's it. It seals the paper up good and everything like that. So that's what I use. Uh, the size of the paper is 9 by 12. See it on here. But it's a brush, nice paper, nice, really good stuff.
The very
I
cabin.
like using
I
this the
normally walk up
most.
into the cabin expecting it to help him with the rain.
And
But it's so
the
convenient
store
because I
didn't
can still
have
get
it.
him wet.
When I
I
went
trapped
to the
him inside the
store,
main cabin, so he
I
was safe,
got it at
but always knew to be right by
Michael's.
my side.
Believe it or not, I got that paper at Michael's. But then they ran out of it, so I had to order it from Amazon. But I like it. It's nice. It's a nice thick paper and that. Uh, you can see it's a nice thick paper if I hold you closer to the screen. Uh, really nice and thick. It's like a feels like cardboard in a way. That's how thick it is. I think that was the same paper. No, that one I just showed you was a different. This one here, here you go. This is the same, practically the same thickness, and that's just one. Is that just one sheet? Yeah, that's just one sheet right there. Really nice and thick. And it really good because I like using the rattle can clear, and it doesn't bleed through it, especially after you already have the Autobahn sealer on there.
I wanted this cabin to look as rustic as possible, so I decided to drop a couple of dead spruce trees and use them as my porch posts.
Let's try this. If you can, go ahead, try that one time. You might like it. I like it. I don't need to order from anybody else.
Now that the overhang supports were done, I could finally put in the last couple of rafters and be done with the roof framing. After that, it was on to the blocking.
Yeah, I can spray any kind of. I think I can spray any kind of clear on there. It locks it down really good. And uh, I after I do the clear and that, I let it sit for a good while. Put it off to the side, and I'm able to wet sand and buff that clear nice. Nice, nice, nice. All right, what we're gonna do? We're gonna do. Yeah, I said I was gonna get into doing the paintbrush, and I think that brown is where I want to be. I want to stand back and look at it for a minute. Look at it from back here. Yeah, I like it. I like it. I'm gonna grab the paintbrush now. Let me clean this gun out. Ian, how you doing, buddy? Glad to see you stop on by. Yeah, now we're gonna, like I said, when they clean my gun out, I like cleaning my gun out right away, guys.
I know a lot of you are probably wondering, where's your wife? Well, she's been
Tommy,
working on
Tom,
the peninsula. We
TT,
have another cabin down there that she's been doing projects
how
on
you
summer
doing,
as well.
buddy?
But today I was lucky enough to have
Glad,
her come and help
glad you
finish up the
stopped
roof.
on by. Good to have you all here. But we're gonna clean this airbrush out, and like I said, this H&S H&S CR Plus
Put a
has
little tar paper on top
been
of
my
the roof
gun
and go a
choice
long
here
way to keep the
lately.
water out.
Really nice gun. Really nice gun.
If you notice, we're always wearing long sleeve shirts with our hoods up. That's to keep the bugs away.
And the
This
only
summer
way
was
to keep a
horrendous
nice
mosquitoes
gun
and made for an absolute
going
test while we were trying to build.
is
Luckily,
by
the staying
cleaning
out
it.
of our neck and out of our ears was a big help.
And TT, how you doing? Glad to see you here.
I absolutely hate cutting sheet metal. So I made sure to
TT
design my
Ian.
roof and overhang so
Ian,
that it was the
great
right
to see
length
you
and
here
fit each
too.
piece up there and be done.
I don't think Ian's ever caught me live.
Once we had all the
First
panels
time
finished,
Ian
put the bridge
being
panel
here.
up and tacked it on. It was a huge weight off my shoulders to have that roof finished. Having the cabin weather tight really buys you some time, and you can relax and not worry about the water getting in and ruining your framing.
Now, you guys, this is my first time doing a Tiger. Now remember, this is a tiger. No, this is a lion. A tiger has stripes. A lion, just him.
With the roof and all the framing done, it was time to add a layer of Tyvek. This acts as like a big wind coat for your cabin, as well as a way to keep the water off the walls.
And for you guys and that, how I got some of these hairs is I did use the eraser, and plus I used this. I just pull it on down. It gives me some of the scratches, and that's you could use that. Grab your eraser and just pull it on down to. With using the Autobahn sealer in that, you're able to grab some of the stuff underneath. And before I started the painting in that, I went ahead and because I did the Autobahn sealer, remember that, and I did I sprayed the white underneath of it, the Wicked White. I sprayed under there, and I did lock it down with the I added the 40-50. Yeah, the 40-50.
But I have such big overhangs on my cabin, I decided I wasn't going to worry about it.
Added that into the Wicked White 40-50, and that locked it down. So when I lightly scratch it, that white comes back through. That was my process of starting it out. She got her shoulder operated on, wasn't it? Ian?
Framed it too short. That's gonna suck.
Yeah, I screwed up pretty good on this one.
I had my collarbone broken.
Framed out the door. A lot of people have asked me about the bottom of the door. Well, the problem
Ain't a
is
darn thing they can do with that. But I mean, I know she's in pain just with that shoulder being broken, that's for sure.
Somehow restapling it back together. That would have been a huge pain in the butt.
Her shoulder operation.
Speaking of pains in the butt, putting in this triple pane 4x4 window all by myself turned out to be the biggest pain in the butt in the entire cabin.
Oh, I got cleaned up.
Unfortunately, strength is kind of one of my weaknesses, and getting this really heavy window lifted up into its opening was just beyond my abilities. So I had to get creative and find a new way to get the window in.
Getting older. We ain't getting older. We're just getting like pissed off old men now. But we don't discriminate. We hate everybody.
Building cabins is all
All right, now I come in.
I was happy to have solved.
Now I'm all set to do some paintbrush work. Put the stuff back where I got it from. Let's do some paintbrush work. And oh, I have my glasses. Yesterday I had a different I was using the one pair of glasses that I had didn't do that good. And then these glasses that I got, they're good, but they're scratched up
Next
a
up
little
was
bit.
wiring, and I had my friend Mason fly up from Washington State.
But
to
they
help me
work
wire the
better
cabin.
than the other ones. They were
Buddies, and after high
nice
school,
and
he
new.
became an electrician and has been working on big high-rise
So I'll just
buildings
keep
for the last
using these
15 years.
glasses.
I wanted the new bunkhouse to be tied into the main cabin's electricity system. That way I could power it all from a single source. So we dug a 60-foot trench and ran a piece of Romex from the breaker box in my old cabin over to the new bunkhouse.
All right.
That way I can just switch the
Got my
breaker box
glove.
from the little cabin inside my main one.
Got Steve Leahy's other glove. H2O. And the 4021 reducer. Keep that separated. If I take the tilt you down a little
In
bit,
addition to overhead lights, I decided I wanted
you can
a couple outlets
see
in there so that people could charge their
where
phones
I
or have a coffee pot.
have my H2O and the 4021. And I'll show you down here, my wet palette is right down here. See my wet palette, I have colors on there. That black is watery, but that's all right. So we'll go back up here. Like I said, I'm gonna work on the nose area with the paintbrush. We gotta define that nose, how it is over here. You can see how it's bigger going there. So I gotta make it a little bit bigger as I go in there. And then I'll add the color in there and everything.
With the cabin all wired up, it was time to get started on the installation.
Dan, I didn't think I was going to
Make sure to put some kind of screening
do
along the box so you
YouTube,
can
but
fix whatever kind of call it's
at the
inside.
time,
Here is pretty thin, but it's made out of metal.
Steve Leahy wanted, and I mean, he was talking where people should do more YouTube channels and that. And there wasn't many people doing YouTube and that. So us being fairly new
I used fiberglass
at
insulation,
this, I'm
R18 for the walls,
still relatively new at it,
even though my roof rafters are 2x8 and can hold a
but
little bit
it's
thicker insulation.
getting
I decided to have
easier as I go
That
along.
way I have some airflow up over top of the insulation without having to install baffles. Last week it got down to -40 out here at the cabin, and this little bunkhouse stayed nice.
I'm learning some of the
This was 3 more
tricks.
full-time
I
cabins.
still have yet to
That way you can get a lot more
like
just like I did on my
do this off camera
with R21 in the walls
and then
R38
come on camera, or I like doing the live videos.
Alright, I love wood heat.
But I did end up buying
Burning wood. I love sitting by the
this
fire.
laptop to where I
and
could
love
see
the nice,
when
dry, radiant heat that a wood stove puts off.
people come on the channel and that.
I decided to go with a vented propane heater, and I did it for a couple reasons. The first one being that a propane heater has a much smaller footprint than a wood stove, and in this tiny cabin, every inch counts. The other thing was that I didn't want to have guests worrying about running a wood stove. And let's be honest, not everyone is too good at the wood stove, and the chance of burning this little place down is a lot lower if they just have a propane heater to flip on when they're there. I found this little 10,000 BTU Empire heater for a pretty good price used. And what's nice about it is that it doesn't require any electricity to run, so that way if the power's out, the heat stays on. A lot of folks think that propane heaters put off too much moisture, but that's only if they're not vented. Vented ones put off nice, dry heat.
Now, like I said, I want to take it back further. So we need to come up higher. Just work your way in a little bit at a time until it feels right.
A lot of people joke around about Tyvek being the official sighting of Alaska. And there's a myth out there that says if the Tyvek is still showing on your cabin, you don't have to pay taxes on it because it's an unfinished structure. Well, let me tell you, that's not true. The way that it actually works is that the taxes are based on the percentage of the structure that's complete. So if you have 98% of the structure complete, you're going to have to pay 98% of the taxes. And that's about what the sighting amounts to, is about 2%. So there's no sense in having a really ugly building on your property to save 2% of your
Well,
taxes.
that's the same thing, Bobby. At one time, I thought I was
Out for a couple of years, your Tyvek
seeing your videos and it was somebody else.
taxes. It kind of seems like robbery, having to pay property taxes all the way out here in the middle of nowhere.
It just
But
needs to come
unfortunately,
back.
I don't make the rules. But
It might be alright.
I was able to score a lot of rough cut lumber from a local sawmill and at a pretty good price too. It's what I used on my big cabin and all the other outbuildings on the property. Not only does it make great siding, but having a stash of this stuff is really nice. I've used it for many projects. I built stairs, I used it to finish my woodshed, lots of other little things. So I recommend having this stuff on hand. It's always a good day at the cabin when Forrest shows up. He's been a great help for this entire cabin build, and we have a lot of fun talking and picking tunes. We even got a chance to record a couple of songs after we were done working.
I gotta get smaller. Might have to add the white over top of this.
I just couldn't have been more pleased in how the cabin looked with the siding on. On my first cabin, I did a real hack job. There's big gaps everywhere, and I just kind of thought I'd go in with trim and cover everything up. But now I take my time, get the cuts right, and there's no trim needed. After I put down the underlayment, I got started on the click-together flooring. I would love to use real hardwoods, but I don't have the budget or the skills for it. A pretty cool trick I figured out is that a lot of big box stores will sell you this stuff for a lot cheaper if the boxes that the stuff comes in is ripped open. I got pretty lucky, and somebody with a forklift had accidentally ripped open 4 or 5 boxes of this stuff, so I got it for next to nothing.
This comes up sharper.
I think it's safe to say that fall is my favorite season in Alaska. The trout fishing's phenomenal. You get to start hunting, the mosquitoes are gone, and the leaves are absolutely beautiful. But the arrival of fall also means that winter is right around the corner. So this year, I sacrificed a lot of those fun activities and just kept to work on the bunkhouse. Installing tongue and groove can be a little bit tedious, so I decided to use the biggest board I could get to make the least amount of cuts possible. If you decide to do something similar, make sure to keep a rubber mallet and a flooring tool on hand. Over the years, I've acquired a lot of neat little tools. Most of them I got from pawn shops or from friends who didn't need them anymore. But when I first started, I only had a circular saw, a hammer, and a couple of screw guns. It is really nice to have a jigsaw and a chop saw as well. But don't forget, you don't need a really expensive tool bag to get a cabin like this done.
Hey, what miss? Yeah, the talent of drawing and that helps out tremendously. Mine is I have the MacGyver thought on this stuff. That's the only talent I got.
I started this project in early June, and now it's mid-September. So it took me about 3.5 months to get to this point. But keep in
To
mind, I was
think
doing a
of
lot of other
how
things. I built a new woodshed,
to make it
improved my
easier.
system fishing, and a lot of major improvements on my other cabin.
I might
I
have
still
to
need to
do
do the
this
window trim
one.
and the sills inside of here, but I decided that first I wanted to build some log
Do
bunk
that
beds, so
white
way
in
if
a
someone
little
wanted to
bit
come
more.
stay, it was ready to go.
I might. I need to suck up some of this black. If you look down, it is. Let me let you see this. You look down at my
38 inches wide, which would have
wet
taken up way too
palette.
much room in this cabin. So I did
See
some
how that
digging and
black's
turning
moving
search and
around?
found that he built his bunk at
That's
28 inches wide. That seemed a little too narrow
it's
for
too
me, so I
wet.
decided to go with 30 inches.
When I close the lid, on it, it sucked up some of the water that's underneath of it and
There's
makes it
something
too
just so
wet.
satisfying about peeling logs by hand.
So
It's really hard work,
just
but
suck
there's
some
something
of
about the
that
raw
up.
knife sliding up underneath the bark that
Put
just
it
makes
on
it
the
feel good.
paper
It
towel.
really reminds me of all the
On the
work that
paper
Nick Kearney
towel.
put in. He was doing
Gets
everything with
rid of
hand
some of
tools.
that
He didn't have
water.
a single piece of lumber that was bought from the store.
It's too
I'm not even
watered
half the man
down.
that Dick Pernicke was. I'm using power tools and store-bought lumber. I've got solar power and I've enough cell phone signal. But peeling those logs by hand gave me a feeling like maybe I could do something a little closer to what he did. Because after all, there was a point in my life where I didn't know how to do any of the things that I know how to do now. I didn't think I'd ever be able to actually build a cabin.
I have
But I set my sights on something
on the back of my thing here
before long and it's become true. So maybe
the
I'll buy a
Visionaire
hand
board.
and maybe I'll try to build a log cabin that looks just like his.
I have paper towel on it. It's a magnet. Since the Visionaire is all magnet net, I mean not magnet, steel. On the back here of my, oh, I can get you down there. On the back of the Visionaire thing, I have my paper towels hooked that back there, and it's on when you buy from this company. You can barely see it. When you buy from this company, they give you this. They give you a thing to. It'll be a magnet thing from the bottom with the thing pointed up and down, where you can put paper towels on there. And they give you one of these, and they give you a longer one, about like that long. It's 3 pieces set, and it's magnetized. So I have my paper towels right there where I could get them. It's a 3-piece set, and I got it off the tool guy. I haven't checked Amazon to see if they had it or not. It's a good thing to have where you got your paper towel back there and it's out of the way.
Another reason I wanted cathedral ceilings was so that I could do bunk beds without having the person on the
My
top
glasses
ceiling cramped up
down.
against the
Let's
ceiling.
get to it.
Since I
Now
had
it's
that extra room, I decided to make the distance between the lower bed and the upper bed quite a bit more spacious too. I ended up doing about 40 inches, I think, which makes
now
it
we'll
nice
come in
all
here.
the way up in the lower bunk without hitting your head.
I want to do it right about there. We'll come that way and that way.
leftover siding to make the deck into the bed. I told you this stuff was nice to have around.
I'll
Tying the bunks into the back wall.
be
rather than
moving
being
this
exposed, gives me a lot of space in there. But it
my
also makes
painting
space
room
when the person in the
to
upper
out
floor
on the
is rolling around, the
porch
person down below doesn't feel it at all.
from the first of the year. I'll have a new desk and all set up and everything because the daughter is going to get a new desk for like for Christmas and that.
Winter decided to come early this year.
I'll tell her.
It came in full force.
But I'll be moving out on the porch.
The temperatures plummeted and the snow stacked up. But this bunkhouse wasn't finished yet, so neither was I.
The whole shop will be moved. Well, thank you, Ed, and thank you for coming on by. Been great having you here. I know is it late there, Ed? The other side, you're in Canada, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I'm gonna be doing some more animal paintings. I want to do a lot of animal paintings, get my skill level down.
All that was left was the windowsills and the trim. I had a bunch of leftover 1x4s from the sills, but I had something special in mind for the actual trim.
They must have somebody outside, the dog barking.
Yet again, my leftover spruce siding saved the day. Using the live edge of these, I was able to rip them down and make some pretty cool looking trim. It gives the inside of the cabin a very rustic feel, and by God, it was free. Well, sorta.
Alright, where you want to go? Now I want to make it look. There's jagged edge. To do the jagged edge, just take your paintbrush and like stumble across there in a way. You could just come out as far as you want. Just watch your picture as you do it. Of course, I could just, later on, I'll come back with hairbrush and do a little bit more of the jagged edge. Right now we're just seeing what it looks like. Same thing over here. With the eraser, I could do the same thing. But being I got the paintbrush going, we're just going to do this.
This was to be the first night that me and Norman would spend in the new bunkhouse. And what a glorious night it was. I realized after spending the last 4 months building this thing, what a shame it is that I don't even get to use it. So I figured I'd spend the night in here, make sure that the bunks were comfortable, that the heater worked, that everything felt like it should. At least that's what I told myself. But in reality, I just wanted to lay there in that bunk, look up at that ceiling, and say to myself, yep, I built this thing. So just remember, I started this journey with no money, no tools, no building experience. And here I am today, sleeping in a cabin that I built with my own hands. So if I can do it, you can too. We only get one shot at this life, and it's never too late to be the things that you might have been. Because life isn't about discovering who you are, it's about inventing who you want to become. Thank you so much to all my viewers and everyone who's helped me along the way. I'll see you guys on the next episode of Alaska Cabin Adventures.
Cool, Bobby. I mean, not Bobby, Brian. Fix that skull. That's a sign of a good painter who can fix their mistake. I got the right proportion, don't I? Yeah. All right, let's get down to the mouth. What I'm doing kinda is drawing it in. I'm trying to draw it in where it's. Like I said, I'll come back over this with the airbrush. Try to draw it in, get as close as I can to what the mouth is. Now I can probably dip some water. Now it's drying up. Now my paint is drying up quick. Now this here, it comes here like that. And then it like, like that. This side stays darker. Like that. Yeah. Alright. Let's where I have that line was too much. We'll fix that. We'll fix that with the hair. And we'll do that now. Get the black off the gun, off the brush. Grab some of the white. I need a drink of soda. I ain't had a drink in a while. I think that nose proportion is up to snuff. Yeah. Mouth. I got it a little bit bigger, but that's alright. I can just dust around the side with the white. That's alright. I like that. Like that. Like that. Alright, let's do the pink on this. Let's do the pink on there, and then I'll put the pink in it. Then I'll put the black dots all around it. That way it'll widen that little area up a little bit. And yeah. Oh, and then I want to do all the other dots too for the whiskers and that. And down here too. I gotta do the dots down there. Do the dots down there. Do some of the dots. All them dots and that dot. But I want to do the pink right there. Then start doing the dots. It's coming along pretty good, I think. I'm liking it. And I need to do some of the other lines. I try to get his nose proportion, so I need to like get some of the lines in there so we could have his nose proportion right. It's process, guys. It's process. Tigers, if you want to challenge yourself, this is a good one to challenge yourself on, I think. Animals are a really good one to challenge your level. I thank you, Bobby. I just wish I could. I see some of them do the tigers and that, tigers and lions. They do it with the airbrush and they make it look so easy. And doing the little hairs and stuff like that, it's not all that easy. It does challenge you to do it. It break kind of for me what I feel that it's doing. It's having me it's challenging me, but it's having me come up with a different level of how the all the stuff that you have to see how you could come up with a good painting like that. How you could use all the different tools that you have sitting there, and that you know that it's a way to get it from the videos that you watched and everything like that. So it's like the break you breaking these different tools out. It's like the scratch tool. I don't use it that much, but I know to break it out for the hair or stuff like that. The eraser, the same thing, and it's I got all kinds of different erasers. I got the the green one here. I got this yellow one here. I think I got that from Drew Blair. And I think I got the green one from Timothy John Luke. And the blue one I think I found at Michael's. I think I found the blue one at Michael's. And I think I found the white one at Michael's might have been also. And then I got all the scratch tools, that complete set of the scratch tools. So it's like, and then you got your stencils that you can use too. And it's just a matter of taking everything that you have and putting it into the painting. And that that's what helps you, is to remember how to do it if you're doing it. Because we only get better by using what our knowledge is from learning, what we watch on YouTube and stuff like that. Oh, you got the big set, Dan. A really big set. It's the big shield. Yeah. There's some of the small ones I like having around. I try to keep them within arm's length. But then I got the well, I got this one too. No, I made this one. I made that one. I think I made it. No, this one came from Mike Flores, Mike's airbrush. That's what that one came from. Because I took the black pack paper that was on there off of that. I used that one. Then I used this one a lot too. I think this was a Mike's airbrush one also. And this is the one I made. I made this one myself. I found a nice piece of plastic, and I just figured I wanted one a little bit upsized, and I just took a pair. It's a nice piece of plastic, and what I did is just took a pair of scissors and cut all kinds of shapes. Made that one myself. The stuff you can find laying around in that, pick it up, do it. Even your paper, I'd cut the paper up to where I could use it if I need to. I keep a drawer full of different things like that. And guys use that stuff like that. Yeah, the big shield. Here's the big shield. I got that too. But I don't know where my medium one is. Because I got the big shield, I got the little one. There's a medium one somewhere. And I do have I have a roller that has the heart, stuff like that, square and circles in it. And I do have uh I think this one came from Drew Blair, if I'm not mistaken. The circle one. And uh I have another circle one. I think I found this in Hobby Lobby or in Michael's, or I might have bought it. Yeah, I think I bought it. I used tape. I put tape on the back of it for some of the holes. I have so many different stencils and that. Like I said, just I don't have none that real small hair. Of course, I probably wouldn't use it anyway. I got folders full of different ones of Mike's airbrush, and I gotta say much before I retire to make sure that I bought as much as I could of everything. While you're working, do it now. That way, when you come to retirement, and that you'll have everything set there. That's the way I did it. Yeah, Drew Blair, he's got a set. That one set he has, the complete set, like $600 for that one. That's a lot. But I'm finding myself needing, liking some of his stencils too. But I don't need that complete set right now. uh, yeah, I got the eye. I think I got the eye for the retina and everything like that. I have that set too, somewhere. I haven't used it that much. I haven't played with it enough. It's like these eyes. I went ahead and did them just freehand with the paintbrush and everything, without without his without using that. Yeah, you can spend some money on Drew Blair's site, but I tell you what, that man he can paint. He could do. I just watched that one where he was doing the eye. He did a real quick video on the school of realism, the eye. I seen that video. It was time lapse, real quick. That was pretty cool. Uh, and guys, I gotta go to the bathroom again. I take a fluid pill, and that's what has me going a lot. I'll be right back.
Is it down? Creosote.
Alright, I'm back. I'm back. Sorry about that, guys. Um, yeah, with Drew Blair, there's write this down if you guys got a pen and a paper. There's a guy that did YouTube videos that painted alongside with Drew Blair and Scott McKay. He's really good. He does not do YouTube videos anymore. He he's down in Florida. He owns 2 tattoo shops down there. And this guy is really good. You look on his website, he's doing mermaids and stuff like that, and he goes down to the deepest details like you wouldn't believe, and he does it without stencils. I mean, he is incredible. His name is Ryan Townsend, and you'll see where he's doing a mermaid in that, and it's like out of this world awesome. He said, I got him subscribed, even though he hasn't been doing it. I sent a message, and he says that he wants to get back on doing YouTube video. And I'm telling you guys, you'll love his work. Awesome. He got some really long videos where he's got his wife or his girlfriend at the time, sitting off to the side, and he's doing her portrait live for like 8 hours or something like that. It's a really long video, but write it down. And Scott McKay even mentioned him the one time. He worked with Scott McKay right alongside them, but he's into doing his tattoos now in Florida. He opened up another second shop and that, but he's really good. Ryan Townsend. Check it out, you guys. I'm telling you, you'll love it. He doesn't use no stencil. He goes to town. It's really, really good videos there to watch. And he does it all airbrush. He's been one of the ones I love to see him. He said he wanted to get back, but he hasn't did anything yet. But he's real super good. Nice guy too. I think his mentor was somebody really famous. I can't remember who he said, but Scott talked about him the one time. And that's like, I ain't heard that name for a good while. Scott knows he's in Florida. Take it easy, Dan. I didn't know you were leaving. Sorry about that. I'm telling you guys, you'll love what you see off of him. Even though he hasn't did a video in a while, leave a comment. Sometimes he gets back to them and that. Got to get enough people to start saying stuff to get him back on doing YouTube videos. He was good. He did do a couple videos right there in his tattoo place. He got some good tattoos. You guys, you know how it is with us doing details into our paintings and that's the same way he does his tattoos. He's got a lot of detail into his. I said if I ever go to Florida one day, I like want to see if I can find his place, and talk to him about getting back on YouTube. All right, now we come back with the black, or do a little bit of black in there, because I think these outer parts are going to be like the darker brown, but in here I'll do the black and the white. Let's stumble around with the black. I see 5 is watching. There's always somebody in the background.
All right.
There's always an antisocial one in the background. I get it. They're working. It could be Steve sometime. You never know. Or Bill Siegel. Sometimes he said he comes by. But that's all right. Famous, if it's a famous person, it's all right. I understand. I'm happy you're watching the channel. Some people doing their work while they're watching. Just I hope they hit the thumbs up and that. Help the channel out. Help the man out. Need to help the man out. He needs to grow his channel. Alright, let's go down here. I'm going to do some spots. What do you mean, like in here? Yeah, I'll probably end up darkening them up a little bit more with the black. And there, out on the edge, a little bit up in here. Just like how I have it. Yeah, I'm going to keep darkening it up as I go along. But I'm trying to establish where everything is. And hopefully I come in and just hit a little bit, hoping that I can do it good. Might have to, I'm gonna, might have to break Tim's airbrush out a little bit with some of that. And then I have to get a longer hairbrush and do some of at the end I'll do the real long whiskers and stuff like that. And then add them in near the end. But she's getting there. I like how the mouth is in a way. Like I said, I want to come down here, just do a little bit of touch up in there.
Keep going though.
I don't last I heard, Tim was working, and I'm sure he's got students too that he's working with, but I'm sure he's busy. Hope everything's all right with him. No, he was thinking about doing his um, a book. Is he working on a book? Is he made a deal for doing a painting if they did his book or something like that?
You ready?
Oh, okay, Bobby does. He's just been busy between teaching classes. He took a part-time job and trying to finish up his book. Yeah. All right, cool. Somebody said he wasn't answering their phone call and stuff like that. I had to come in with the white too over that area. And ba-ba-da-ba-ba. Like that. Alright, I need, when I spray the white, it'll come up in there. I want to add just a little bit of white around with the paintbrush.
Pretty good.
Holy crap. How long have I been on here? Oh. I thank you all for coming on by. I'm going to close it off. And I'm going to close it up for now. And that's all I'm going to do is, like I said, I'm going to just do some more of the whisker and that, see what I could get going there. And but looking good, guys, looking good. I thank you all for coming on by. Hit that like and subscribe, and we'll see what we have tomorrow. And that, y'all take care. I know you all got to do some work also, but I thank you all for coming on by. You guys been awesome. Uh, we'll get some more done tonight. I'm gonna do some more, and I'll be checking other. I think what's his name will be coming on Position. I love watching his channel. He's doing that Formula One painting. I think he comes on around 2 o'clock, if I'm not mistaken. 2 o'clock or 2:30. What what time was that, Bobby? I think Bobby goes there and watches. Passion Airbrush. Passion. I think he comes on at 2 o'clock or 2:30, something like that. I want to watch him. Yeah, Damo comes on at 2. Okay. Yeah. I love watching that stuff. I sent him a picture too. He thought it was cool of a Formula One car. Yep. Thank you, Bobby, for doing that. Comes on at 2 o'clock. He does really good artwork, guys. You'll enjoy it. You'll enjoy it. Might be 2:30, 2 o'clock. He's doing a Formula One car. Ari is Senna. That's his driver. All right. So, thank you for coming on by. Thank you for watching. Uh, we'll have this video posted up in a little bit later and that. Have fun. Enjoy. I'll see you later. Bye.